good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday to show you a fun new project. So hopefully you guys have all had a good day. I am waiting for everything to show up that we are live. Hopefully my internet is, oh, there it is. I just heard all the dings and bells that we are live. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you guys had a good day. I got to spend the day with Lucas. Every Thursday is Mimi and Lucas Day and Beaupaw, but Beaupaw is actually at the hospital with Steven. I stopped by this morning a little before 7 because we had to swap vehicles. I had to pick up the truck and give him the van so I could go get Lucas and bring him home. So it was a crazy busy day. I got home a few minutes before 6, got the Facebook Live ready, and it's super cute. Super excited to show you guys. And now here we are. So good evening. If you're just logging on, say hi. Hello, Heather, Bev, Linda, Jane, and Kelly. Hello, ladies. So did you guys have a good day? The weather here was so warm. It is actually almost leggings, flip-flops, and a tank top weather. But the next few days, it's supposed to get a little bit chilly, so maybe not quite yet. But I can't wait for that I can't wait for that weather where you can wear leggings and flip-flops and still be nice and warm. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and scoot you over so we can go over what we're going to be working on today. So I didn't realize until after I after I made the card, that this bundle is actually on back order for another week, but will be back and available. You can still get the stamp set, you can still get the designer series paper, and that's actually what we're focusing on today is this beautiful designer series paper. I have actually used probably 8 or 9 packs of this paper already for a pillow gift for the spring retreat. So I can't give away anything more than that, but it was using all of this designer series paper, and you'll have to come to the retreat if you want to see what it is, or just wait till after when I go over it. But on page 32 of the mini catalog, this is Artfully Layered. This is what we're going to be playing with today. So let me bring in, so on the back of all of the designer series paper, it tells you what color combination goes with the designer series paper. So this one has Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Just Jade, Mint Macaroon, Old Olive, Pale Papaya, and Pear Pizzazz. So this is all of the designer series paper, and you flip it over, and it has just more subtle designs on the back, and then the front is very tropical, I think. We are going to be playing with this one, and actually we're going to be making 2 out of this guy. So here is a little tip that I found with this. So as I mentioned earlier, all of the colors are on the back, and this one is kind of jade, just jade, but I really kind of think that the Bermuda Bay kind of looks really cool with it as well, even though Bermuda Bay isn't one of the colors in here. But the Just Jade, just like some of the like accents of it really pull in some of the Bermuda Bay. So that is what we're going to be using on our first card. So let me show you the card. Let me get all this fun stuff out of the way. So here is your beautiful envelope. I used a little piece of the designer series paper to do the flap of the envelope. And this is the card we're going to be making. So you're probably saying, oh my gosh, that looks so difficult. It isn't. Literally, it took me no time at all, and it is absolutely stunning. I decided to pull in the Love and Happiness stamp sets. I'm going to an engagement party in a couple weeks, and it's actually for my daughter and her fiance. And I really wanted Happy Wedding Day and then To the Cutest Couple Ever. So it's not kind of it's not their actual wedding, it's just a little get together for them. So, I did Wedding Wishes. Oops, Wedding Wishes to the Cutest Couple. I knew I did the Cutest Couple. So that's what we're going to be playing with because I thought that would be a cute wedding card. Okay, so let's get all the pieces we're going to need. We are going to start with the rectangle stitched dies. You are going to need a piece of scrap. I put 4 1/4 by 5.5, I think. Whatever scrap you have is just fine. And then we're going to bring in our designer series paper. And as long as your designer series paper fits the largest rectangle, it really doesn't matter the width. Like, it could be a little bit wider. This is what I have left over from what I did for the pillow gifts for the retreat, and it actually was the perfect size. So let me show you how to arrange all of this. So bring your dies in. Hopefully it's still in the camera. And we are going to take the largest die and we're going to put it on top of our designer series paper. We're going to take the next size and we're going to put that on our cardstock. Our next size is going to go on the designer series paper. Next one is going to go on cardstock. We're just going to keep doing this until all of our dies are done. And yes, they're not perfectly straight and even right now, and that's okay. Oh, this piece is actually going to go for our whisper or our basic white. So this tiny last piece, just set aside. It's not super straight or anything, but we're going to make it straight so when we run it, everything will be positioned correctly. So now you're just going to come in and straighten all these guys up. And I like to use a piece of washi tape to hold everything together. I'm going to be so sad when these little guys are finally done. I use these for everything. It is the perfect size. It's the perfect width. I love it. So I'm just going to hold these down and put a piece of washi tape on them. Some of the washi tape I find, if it's older, it doesn't peel off the roll as well. That's why I really like these guys, because they're super tiny and it peels off all at once. So I am going to go ahead and come over and do one on each corner, just to be safe. So that one is set, ready to go. So I'm going to just carefully, it is stuck down there, but you still want to be gentle with it. And let's bring in this piece. And that looks pretty good. Grab some washi tape. Put that one there. And then one more to hold this guy down. Well, that was perfect because I really only needed a half a piece. Okay. So let me scoot you out of here just so I can bring in the embossing machine. Oops. You're going to see my mess all over my desk. Okay, so bring in the embossing machine. I'm going to kind of scoot that over. Let's start with the cardstock first, just because it's sitting closest to me. Put your top on, and it's just going to take a bit because it's in an awkward spot on my desk. I don't have much arm strength to get this going. There we go. So you're literally going to run this through, and I always run it back one more time just for good measures. I don't think you have to, but, and if you're finding that your machine is making that loud cranking noise, it's totally okay. You're not going to break it. So let's come in and do this. I do have 2 cards to do tonight. Hopefully we get through them. If not, you can just rewatch the video and you'll be able to make them on your own. Sorry, hold on. Let me flip it over. It's wanting to be stubborn. There we go. I just didn't have enough arm strength to hold it and crank it through. Okay, run it back through just for good measures. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And then I will scoot you a little bit closer so you can see what we're doing. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull all of these off. They're stuck on there good. So there's the scrap, so we don't need that anymore. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. There we go. So there's that is out. And we're just going to do the same thing with this. This one there's only 3, so it's not as bad. The other one was for, oh, we didn't cut the little piece for the white. That's okay. We can do that in a minute. So, my original one did the same thing where it didn't cut all the way through, but if you just bend it and kind of pull it, it will pop out. I don't know why it did that. My guys are pretty old too, and I've used them a lot, so maybe that's the reason. Okay, so here's all of our pieces. So what we're going to do is start with our first larger piece, and we're going to come in with the first layering. So you're going to grab your green glue, and I just want to put a little at each corner and just a smidgen on these sides. You don't want a whole lot because there's not a lot of room to put your adhesive. So we're going to use that one first, and then we're going to come in with this guy, do the same thing, put a couple, and then just a tiny little bit on the edges, and we're going to layer this one together. And then we're going to come in with another Bermuda Bay. Sorry, I can't see if there's any comments. So I see Donna logged on and Vicky, Valerie. Hello, everybody. So there's that. Let's do this piece. Have you guys ever noticed when your glue gets pretty close to being empty, it like all the air is behind it and it keeps pushing the glue out? That's what's going on with my glue right now. We are almost out of glue. So this one, I'm just going to put a little bit on the edges inside because there's nothing in the center. There's that. And then look, our last piece. And our last piece we can put adhesive all over because we're gluing it to a solid piece. Look how easy that was. So now we're going to grab our card base, and I cut this at 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. So I'm going to gently flip this over, and you can see like some of the glue went through. Just make sure that you're not on a surface that can't be wiped off, just because you're going to get glue all over the place. Or use your silicone mat. You could definitely put this together on your silicone mat and that would just wipe right off. There we go. And let me bring in the embossing machine one more time. I won't scoot the camera back because I'm just going to quickly cut a piece of our basic whites. And I just, oh, there they are. My desk is not the cleanest right now. My craft room's not the cleanest right now. Well, heck, my house isn't even the cleanest right now. We have been juggling back and forth all week. I think my husband's gonna come home tonight. We might have him stable enough to kind of give both of us a break for one evening, and then he'll go back up tomorrow. Okay. Oh, see, I just said be careful. I just got sticky on the back of it. Well, snap, crackle, pop. I'll fix that later. Okay, so let's grab our Bermuda Bay. And I want to do the Wedding Wishes. I just want to make sure I clean these off from the clips of coral from my original card. I can't remember if I did, and I don't want to cross-contaminate my ink. So ink up the Wedding Wishes. There we go. I'm gonna have to flip that over. I made a boo-boo. to the cutest couple ever. Oh man, I did it again. Okay, well we're just gonna have to use this side. Perfect. And I have some gems over here. Nobody's ever gonna know that I have a little halo because we are gonna grab the diamonds and cover it up. That's how you fix things. When you make little mistakes, you put a little diamond on it. And then we're just gonna put one over here. Well, if I can pick it up. There we go. Nobody will ever know, but all of our friends watching, right? Put some adhesive on the back. And you could put a dimensional on the back if you wanted to, just to pop it up a little bit. It doesn't make it any thicker to run through the mail with all these layers because we cut the inside out so it's not super heavy and thick. So I do like that about this design. So I do have an extra piece of the designer series paper, so I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of our envelope. Lay this on. Give that a nice good rub. Smear all that glue around there. And I like to use just, I call them crappy scissors. I don't know. They're like the little kid crafting scissors. I get them after back to school, and you can find them super inexpensive. And I use this when I have anything with adhesive on it because I don't want to gunk up my good scissors. So just in case any of the glue is eking out the envelope, I'm not gunking up my good ones. So there you go. There is your super duper fancy and super duper easy wedding card. So there's the last one. And here is the original one that I put together. And it was all using the stitched layered rectangles. And it was so easy to do, and you use all of the rectangles that's in the pack. Actually, I think there was a few more in there that we didn't use. But it was super fun, super easy, and you could use really any designer series paper you want. If you don't have this designer series paper handy and you have something left over from Celebration, the daffodil, you could definitely even do that. Any of the designer series paper would look absolutely beautiful with this design. So hopefully you guys liked today's card. I am going to head in and feed the puppies. I got their food ready because I wasn't sure if Bo was going to be home by the time I was done with my live. He was going to feed them, but I didn't hear him come in, so he's not quite home yet. So I've got to run in, feed the puppies, and I think we're gonna head to bed. It was a rough day. It's been a rough week. But anyways, if you guys need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will see everybody on Tuesday for another Tuesday evening Facebook Live. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.